So you've got all this amazing data, customer reviews, interview transcripts, field notes, but what do you actually do with it? It can feel like a big, rich, messy pile of information, right? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about today. We're going to break down how you can turn all that chaos into some really clear, powerful insights.
Okay, let's jump right in, because this jigsaw puzzle analogy, it is absolutely perfect. I mean, trying to make sense of your data can feel exactly like this. You've got 1,000 pieces dumped on the table, and no picture on the box to guide you. But what this analogy shows us is that this isn't some mysterious art form. It's actually a super logical, step-by-step method for building a complete picture from all those scattered pieces.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to follow these 6 puzzle-solving steps. We'll start with that chaotic pile of pieces and walk through the whole process, all the way to a finished picture that tells a clear, compelling story.
All right, first things first. Before you even touch a single piece of that puzzle, you've got to have a strategy. You need to know how you're going to play. And in qualitative analysis, this means choosing your fundamental approach to solving the whole thing.
And it really just boils down to one big question. Do you already have the picture on the box? Meaning, do you have a theory you want to test? If so, that's a deductive approach. You're using the pieces to confirm the picture. Or are you figuring out the picture as you go, letting the pieces themselves show you what the final image is? That's an inductive approach. And let me tell you, this choice you make right at the start, it shapes everything that comes next.
Okay, so we've got our strategy locked in. Now it's time to get our hands dirty. This is the first really practical step, getting all of our puzzle pieces out of the box and ready for assembly.
For a lot of us, especially if we're working with interviews or audio, this starts with transcription. And you got to be ready for it, because this is a huge commitment. We're talking 6 to 10 hours of work for just 1 hour of audio. I know it sounds like a grind, but it is so much more than just tedious work. This is the first critical step to really, truly immersing yourself in the data.
Think about it this way. This entire preparation stage, the transcribing, organizing your files, reading and rereading everything, it's exactly like dumping out that puzzle box and flipping every single one of those 1,000 pieces picture side up. You're not actually connecting anything yet, but for the first time, you get a clear look at everything you have to work with.
Any puzzle expert knows the secret, right? You start with the edges, you find all those flat-sided pieces, and you build the frame first. Well, in data analysis, that exact same step, building the frame, is a process we call coding.
So what is coding? It's how you finally start to bring some order to all that chaos. It's a systematic process where you go through your data piece by piece, and you attach these short, descriptive labels to key ideas. You can really think of it as creating the fundamental structure, the skeleton for your entire analysis.
Let's make this super concrete. Here's an example. Imagine this quote is one of your puzzle pieces, pulled straight from an interview transcript. Right now, on its own, it's just a single piece of information.
And bam! This is coding in action. See what happened? We took that raw quote and gave it these meaningful labels. All of a sudden, it's not just a sentence anymore. It's a piece we can categorize as social hub, ambience, and affordability. We've officially started building the frame of our puzzle.
Okay, so the frame is built. What's the next logical step when you're doing a puzzle? You start sorting the rest of the pieces, right? You make a pile for all the blue sky pieces, a pile for the green grass pieces, and so on. In our analysis, this is the stage where our individual codes start grouping together into larger ideas or themes.
Now, there's a formal name for this whole process. It's called thematic analysis. And it's not just random sorting. It follows these 6 distinct phases to take you from those tiny individual codes all the way up to bigger, more meaningful patterns in a really structured way.
And you can see here just how that structure takes shape. It's kind of like a pyramid. Our little code, affordability, can become part of a sub-theme like drink prices. That then rolls up into a larger theme, maybe value for money, and finally into a huge overarching theme like customer experience. See, we've gone way beyond just labeling pieces. Now we're building entire sections of the puzzle.
Okay, and this is my favorite part. This is where the magic really happens. You've got your sorted piles, your themes, and now you start to see how they connect to each other. The blue sky section starts clicking into the green grass section. Those separate parts of the puzzle begin to link up, and for the first time, the full picture starts to emerge.
But here's a really important step.
As that story starts taking shape, you have to become your own biggest critic. The key to a really strong analysis is to actively look for what we call negative cases. These are the puzzle pieces that just don't seem to fit, and finding them isn't a failure. Figuring out why they don't fit actually makes your final picture way stronger and much more credible.
And here we are, the final reveal. After all that systematic work of sorting, framing, and connecting, you can finally step back and see the completed puzzle in all its glory.
So, to help you tackle your own projects, we've put together a quick little checklist here. When you're trying to decide on the right tools for your specific puzzle, just ask yourself these questions. They'll really help guide you to the most effective technique for the job.
So when you think about it, what have we really done here? We've taken a mountain of what looked like disconnected, messy data pieces, and through a systematic process, we've assembled them into a single, coherent picture. We've revealed the story that was hidden inside the data all along.
And that's the crucial point to take away from all this. Qualitative analysis isn't some kind of magic. It's a craft, it's a skill, it's a puzzle that, with the right process, is just waiting there for you to solve it.